that we decrease and you increase. Yes. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Praise the Lord, everybody.
Praise Him.
He is so good.
Yes, He is.
He is so good that if I get caught up in the elevator and you give me 30 seconds,
I know that's right.
I really don't care where I am. I got a 3-minute testimony. I got a 30-second testimony. For however long I'm in contact with my God.
Yes.
And God has done so much for me. And I'm going to give you a little piece of my testimony because some of you don't know me.
Amen.
And so I kind of like you to know that I'm one of you.
Yes.
We're sisters. I thank the Lord just how He has blessed me. He saved me at 11, and He saved me. He saved me. Some people say, well, 11, she didn't know anything. But at 8, I contemplated suicide.
My God.
Because my mother is a single mother, 11 children. My father died, when she was 39. And she was raising us alone, and we're in the heart of North Philly, but he had brothers that back then they cabaret. That's what it's called. Yeah. That was their club, the cabaret. And I used to look at my older brothers and sisters, and they go to the cabaret and come back throwing up, spitting up, fighting and fussing. And I'm 8, and I said, "Is that it?"
Yeah.
So I get to grow up and do this. I was instantly depressed because I felt like there was more for me. That I was supposed to do something that was important. I didn't know God. I wasn't growing up in church. My mother taught me to respect God.
Yeah.
She said, you better honor God. You better respect Him.
Yeah.
I was scared of God. That's what I was. She let me know that He was big enough for me to be gone. So I better respect Him. And she respected Him, but she was not born again. Back then, most of our parents were taught to honor God, whether they were saved or not.
Right.
And so she had 11 children. That was her job. So we didn't go to church. We went to school. We went where we had to go. To clinic, school, because she had 11 of us by herself. And I remember looking at 8 and I was saying, is this it? And I remember one day in particular, and it's something what you can remember from 8. I'm going to be 56 on Tuesday. But I remember this. 48 years. I remember my brothers and them coming in and they fussing and fighting. And they, my mother's like, what y'all do? You know how the moms, back then the moms were strong. They was going to break you up.
Yes.
You wasn't going to do that. Mm-hmm. And she's at the top of the step, steep stairs. She's still in that house today, 52 years. And a bucket of water is by her feet. And they fighting over her head. Now, all I can see is my mama going down the steps, and she going to die like Daddy did. Right. And who going to take care of all of us? Now, I'm 8, trying to figure out who going to take care of all of us.
Yeah.
And I'm on that room still there today, and I was on the other side of the bunk bed. And every time they hit, I'm like, because I got my door open, I'm looking at them, they going to kill Mommy, they going to kill Mommy. And I remember that my mother said to me, God will answer your prayers.
Yes.
And so I said, God, if you up there, please make them stop. Make them stop. They want to kill Mommy. I kid you not. In a split second, the fight ended. One went downstairs, one went to the back room. Now, fights don't end like that. They're coming back. Now, come on. I knew that wasn't normal. I was like, it just stopped. It just stopped. One went to their room, the other one went downstairs.
Wow.
I said, who heard me? Now, I know the other kids might have been praying too, but I believe He heard me.
Yes, that's the
For
word.
me, that was the first time I ever remember Him answering my prayer. Mm-hmm. And I remember it in detail. Mm-hmm. And I realized God does answer prayers. That's why I'm a praying lady today.
Yes.
Because I tried them in the middle of the madness, in the middle of the craziness. Fighting, you can imagine what it felt like being a kid with that fight. I loved all of them, but I didn't want Mommy to fall down the stairs.
That's right.
That was my bread. That was my protection.
Right.
But God answered that prayer. That stayed with me.
Amen.
All the way up until 11,
Wow.
when my sister took me to church on an Easter Sunday.
Oh, wow.
And I thought I was so cute. And I wanted everybody to see my outfit.
That's right.
And got a block from church and fell and
Oh,
ran
no.
my stocking.
Oh.
Big old hole right in the front. Now I don't want to go to church. I'm hiding behind everybody. And I'm like, oh man, we almost there. Everybody go. Now I want to hide in the balcony, you know. But when that altar call was made,
Yeah.
I made my way off of that balcony, down, me and my two sisters, down them steps.
Look at God.
My heart was like, this is what I've been looking for.
Yes.
And God saved me.
Amen.
He saved me for real.
Yes.
Like, no, I have not been perfect, but I haven't went back on him.
All right.
I've been owning him because I owned him. I thought I was supposed to walk like the adults. So nobody told me, you're a kid, you can do this, that, and the other. No, I was walking it because I was so happy to finally, see, to me, God was like this. I wasn't limited to that little street, that little house. With God, anything was possible.
Yes.
And that took me out of that world. I didn't have to be like that now.
That's right.
I could maybe do something that made a difference to somebody else.
Yes.
And so it affected me. God coming in my life took the roof off, took the ceiling off.
Yeah.
My mother always said, you can do whatever you believe you can do as long as you're willing to work hard.
Yes.
But God took it to a whole nother level
Yes.
for me.
My God. You will.
Yeah.
Little did I know that at 12 I would be terminal. 12. I had rheumatic heart disease. I had a virus, turned into scarlet fever, turned into rheumatic fever, damaged my organs. And when my mother got me back and forth, they couldn't figure out what it is. Had every symptom in the book, and the doctors did not catch it. Should never have messed with my organs. I should have walked away fine. But because they didn't catch it,
Yes.
it damaged my heart.
Oh.
And they said it's too late. They asked my mother, do you have something ready to bury her? I was 12. So I would never see 13. I wouldn't see next week. That was almost 49 years ago. Almost 49 years ago. How are you terminal at 12 and like this at 56?
Come on.
That's God. And the doctor died 25 years ago. I'm still here to tell the story. My mother's still here to tell the story. Seniors on my block are still here to tell the story. Almost, it was 11 of us, 10 siblings. 9 siblings are still here to tell the story.
My God.
My God is awesome.
Yes.
Okay, my pastor, he was my pastor. My mother wasn't going to church. My pastor told my mother, God is not ready for her. Every doctor was saying I was gone. Every nurse, they were saying it's all over. Just a few days, she's going to be gone. Get ready to bury her. And my pastor, little 12-year-old, I had a pastor. My mother didn't have a pastor. Came and said, first of all, it took me out that man in that robe came to see me, the one that was on the pulpit. And I was like, that was the closest thing to God. And when he came to my room, I said, who else is here? Because I just knew I had no idea he was there for me. But he knew that this child was a member of his church, and he took time off. He's still living today. And he came to see me. And he took a chance telling this mother who was unsaved, not a member, you don't know her, and every doctor saying her daughter's going to die, and you say, God is not through with her. She's got work to do.
That's right.
She could have came with her rolling pin down the middle aisle at church saying, my baby died.
Yes.
It took faith to say that.
Yes, it did.
But he spoke the words of God because I'm still here. I'm still here. He gave her that word for me that he wasn't through. I'm so glad he wasn't through.
So glad.
I'm trying to be a sounding board. I'm trying to be a noise maker for God.
That's it.
I go up in the hospital and witness and testify.
Amen.
That's right.
I do not care
Don't care.
about the enemy.
No.
I care about God.
Amen.
I care about people finding out like I did at 8. You know, when I was crying out and I found out at 11 that there was more. That I didn't have to settle for what I seen around me.
That's it.
But that God could take me further. He could do They said that when they said there was no hope, God made hope possible.
Yes.
And they said it was out of reach. He brought it into my reach.
That's
Yes,
right.
he
That's
did.
right.
Yes, he did.
So I know. He took me to a super place. He took
Come
me.
on now.
I call it compound interest. You know, you have interest. Then you
Yes.
have compound interest.
Yes, Lord.
Now interest is 1,000. One to chase 1,000. Compound interest is 2 chasing 10,000. How many will 3 chase? 100,000.
Yeah.
How many will 4 chase?
Yeah.
1,000,000.
Yes. Stop it, girl. Oh my God.
Thank you,
God
Lord.
gives us
Thank you, Lord.
compound interest.
Yes, he does.
Ooh,
Yes,
if we
he
could
does.
only get a glimpse
Yes,
of this
Lord.
thing,
Yeah.
Yes,
you
Lord.
won't even see yourself the same.
I know that's right.
You won't start
That's right.
seeing yourself
Yes.
like He
So
sees
different.
you.
Yes. So different.
Yes.
If we could get a glimpse of how God sees us,
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
how He thinks
Thank
about
you,
us.
Lord.
Because the enemy got us thinking that every few minutes He ready to step on us.
Yes.
You done messed up again.
Yes, yes,
You done
yes.
did this
Yes.
again. You done did that again.
Yes.
Didn't I tell you stop doing that?
Yeah,
I
I know.
got news for you. When you repent, there is no again.
Come on.
That's right. Yes.
Come on
You
now.
don't remember that no more.
No
There is no
more.
more.
So you going like, I can't go to him again. He like, what you talking about? Now he knows everything. So if he didn't want to remember, if he wanted to remember, he could bring everything up on you like
Amen.
nobody's business.
Yes.
He could do the stuff that you thought about that nobody knew. Oh
Yeah.
man, Lord, I'm so glad you don't remember that. But he could do that.
Yes,
Yes, he
yes.
could.
And he the one who can and has the right. Because he is the only righteous one.
Yes. Amen.
Chooses not, he
Yes.
is such a gentleman.
Yes, he is.
Chooses not to remember. He don't want to know you that way.
No.
Amen.
He
Amen.
always want to know you better.
Yes.
He always want to give you a reason to
Yes,
reach out.
Lord. Yes,
He
Lord.
says, I didn't
Yes.
come into the world to
Yes.
condemn the world.
Yes.
I came that the world might be, look, he
Come
gave
on
you a
now.
chance.
Yeah.
He wanted to free you.
Yeah. Ooh. Thank
He
you.
wanted to
Thank
give you abundant life.
Thank you,
He
Lord.
wanted
Thank
to make you the you that he made when he formed you.
Talk to him.
I have this. I'm just going all different ways.
That's all right. Just
Do what he said, do that.
That's it.
Thank you.
But I'm a poet. So I write.
Yes.
I've been writing since I was a kid. I keep a book by my bed. I
My
have
God.
to. Middle of the night, I never know when he's going to give me something. I keep a light and a book and a pencil. If I don't have ink pens and books, I panic. I love writing.
My Lord. My Lord.
And he gave me this poem. He just said, say it. Now y'all pray. I remember it. It's called Life, and I'm putting it out there for a reason. It said, what comes next? What will it be? What lies ahead in the future for me? Visions of grandeur, dreams of fame. Will there be success attached to my name? Why was I born here? For what was I born? What did God think of before I was formed? Could it be to make a difference in this world in which we live? To reach deep down within myself and find the best in me to give? Do I just want to be here? To simply just exist? An existence of mediocrity? What this world calls real. Just try to fit in, don't make any waves, and watch the quick passing of my days. No, I won't be silent anymore.
Yeah.
And just simply let life pass me by.
Go ahead.
Yes, I will. I'll take the ride. I'll leave from the mountain and I will fly.
Yeah.
I came to live out loud. I dare to dream in brilliant living color. I came to live on purpose,
Yes.
with purpose,
Yes.
to carry out the purpose for which God allowed me to be born. I will complete my purpose,
My God.
and I shall complete my task.
Thank you, Jesus.
My life will have meaning,
Yes.
finally, at last.
Yes.
He
Thank
gave
you,
me that
Lord.
about 6 or 7 years ago. Life. I just decided I put them together to put in a book. I just want to encourage people.
Amen.
When I read that, it encourages me every time. And I read it to a women's group in Pittsburgh. And they said, please can I have a copy? Because I wanted, so y'all going to make me do that. I am going to make it because it helps me.
Yes.
And the Lord told me, don't take that stuff home.
No.
I didn't give that
That's
to
right.
you just for you.
Yes.
Amen.
What good is him giving
Yes.
me 100 songs and me taking home and I'd be like that wicked servant? He said, what you do? You just put it under the...
Uh-huh.
I said, oh no, I'm on an empty out mission. I'm getting out of me. And you can have it. If it's, thank you. So, if it's in me, I'm sharing. I said, I've written songs. I said, God, other people can sing them. I can't sing them all because they keep coming. I'm still writing, and I have 100 already, and I'm still writing. But there are people that sing, but they don't have no music. And my songs are full of the Word of God.
Yes.
Amen.
So I said, God, forgive me. I'm going to get in a hurry and do what you told me. Now, my sister, I was home this week, and I don't plan to be before you long. Y'all pray for me. I'm going to do what he said, and I'm going to move. I was home this week, and I said, what do you want me to say tonight to my sisters? What is it? Because he got to give me something. I know these professionals. They can put it all together. They got a word for everything. If he don't give me a word, I ain't got a word.
I ain't got nothing.
I be saying I must be meant to go, and the Spirit gonna move, and Sister Sharon gonna speak. That's Kate, somebody, But I know I'm meant to go, so I'm going to keep my word.
Yeah.
But I said, what is it that you have? And I felt, my sisters, I felt you. I felt that I'm in the room with women that are not novice, not new in God. You know the Lord. You're His veterans. You're leaders.
Yes.
You have other people under your wing that you are serving and taking care of. And you said it today. So often, those are the ones that never get ministered to. And everybody else, you just giving out. And after a while, you feel yourself crashing and burning. And you say, who's going to catch me?
Yes.
Would anybody even take care of me if I crashed, if I burned? Would I have anybody? And it seems like the ones that is serving the most have the least people. The Lord gave me maybe about 10 years ago, more than that. It was called VIP, Pastors VIPs. And what they were very important prayer partners. And what I would do would go to the church, and I would have each of them gather people to pray for their pastor and their pastor's family. And we wanted at least 100 people praying a day for that pastor. And I would go to their church, and everybody would have maybe a week or so to gather names of people that say, I'm going to pray every day for your pastor, your first lady, their family. And we come together at a service, and I made just a beautiful scroll, golden scroll for them to sign. And these people were going to pray every day. And quarterly, each of them was going to call and just encourage that pastor or first lady. And can you imagine, it's 100 people. So they getting a call almost every day.
My God.
To encourage them. The Lord just showed me how to put it together. And He had me to put it together. And then quarterly, they would send just a little something to encourage them. And then He showed me to have each of them to give and plant a seed of $7 to that pastor. And they created a whole nother income around that pastor, because you had 100 people paying $7. That was $700. And we found out how to take that $700 and make sure they had groceries, make sure they had insurance, make sure they had the things that nobody else was thinking about, because they digging out, they working, their children might need something.
Right.
We see these mega pastors on TV, but they are not. That's not the norm. You got people, they working and they working. Okay, and they working. And then she working and she working and she working. And then the children are working. And that's all they doing, giving out. But the Lord always let me see, because I always worked up under leaders. Even as a kid, I worked up under leaders.
Right.
He let me see their clay feet. He let me see their pain. He let me see their frustration and still be able to love them.
That's right.
And so I often feel leaders. And I pray for leaders. I pray for them all the time. I praise the Lord for Pastor Tate. I praise Sister Sharon. You all have been in my prayers.
Amen.
I thank God for you. And now I got some new people there. Praise the Lord. But that we would go in to be a blessing. The pastors were so encouraged. So encouraged. Even brought it back to my heart. I'm going to have to do that again.
Amen.
But because it's needed.
Amen.
But when you were talking, my sister, the Lord, He gave me this word this week. And I felt the pain of leaders. and them giving out and nobody giving in. That's what I felt. And he gave me the message, and it may sound good, give me a chance to pull it together, the danger of distraction. The word was distraction. That's what.
Yes,
and when I prayed and asked him, he said distraction, and I said, okay, come on. He said distraction. So when he gives me a word, I like to look it up. The word distraction means a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. A diversion, an interruption, a disturbance, an interference, or a hindrance. Distraction. Extreme agitation of the mind or emotions. Now you think about how he hits on your emotions.
Yes.
Sometimes you feel like you're in a frenzy or hysteria, mental distress, and then just plain madness. When like my sister said, one thing after another, and it seems like no let up. And you know, if you say, Lord, if it's another thing,
Yes.
and then another two things come, and you say, now come on, God. Is there anybody else that he can, come on, let's share this thing.
Yes.
No, I know what it's like to have back to back to back to back and then back again. Struggle, and you wonder. And then one time I said, God, you trying to kill me? Yes. The old folks used to say, if it kill you, you need to die. You know what they was talking about, my attitude and how I'm doing things. Yeah, they said, if it kill you, you need to die. And I thought that was so mean. But I was so scared to say something to them. I wasn't gonna say something, but I was like, what? You're supposed to love me. I didn't know they was loving me. Because they knew the battle, they knew the storm that would come that tried to distract us. Sometimes you just feel like everything is crazy. And you wonder, I know some of the people in the United States today, with what's going on in the government, they feel totally just off kilter. It's like, what's going to happen to us now? Are my boys going to have to go to war? Or my girls, because they said them girls are going to have to go. I mean, will one flip word make them bomb us? What is going on? How did this person get in there? Well, so much is going on. The Lord said to me, pray for him. Pray earnestly. That if you want to put your mouth on it, put prayer on it.
That's right.
Because he in there.
He in there.
The power is there. And his hand can hit the button.
Yes, it can.
So we better pray for him. So I cannot be mad at you because then I can't pray.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm going to love you. And I'm going to pray for you and your family.
That's real.
Because I don't want no mess ups or mix ups. Look, I want my children to live. I want your children to live. And we got to think about it just like that.
Amen.
But today I want to talk about the danger of distraction. Now I want you to take a moment and think. What does a normal day look like for you? Just think about it. Or do we have normal days anymore? Have you ever counted how many times how many things you do on any given day? You probably don't have time, right?
Right.
Have you ever counted how many phone calls or texts you get on any given day?
My God.
Some of us are real popular.
Amen.
How many messages are you sent from Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat? How many channels can you watch on cable? You have 1,000 cables, but how many can you watch at a time? And how many times are you changing the channel because you're so afraid you're going to miss something? You can't, because you got all them channels and you got them channels, you watching 3, but you wondering what's on 57.
That's it.
Or ABC might have this, wait a minute, MSN, CNN, and you keep switching so you don't get a complete anything. And it teaches you not to be satisfied with anything. Because you never get the complete thing. Because you change it.
That's right.
So if you left it one place, you might miss the other channels, but at least you'll get something. But no, I got to switch. It's creating the culture.
Amen.
How often do we even take care, how often do we take our phone into the bathroom with us? Thinking that we might miss an important part. Now, we used to be able to go.
Yes.
The phone, that big old phone in court wasn't going in no bathroom.
That's right.
And we was like, look, I'm going to take my shower, I'm going to take my bath. But now, how many of us going to risk getting fried with the phone in the court and my wet hand and I'm trying to talk? Because I might miss a call.
Come on now. Come on
I'm
now.
going to let God be God. He the one that don't miss calls.
That's right.
Even if I miss, he can get it.
Amen.
Okay?
Yes.
Amen.
Our society is so fast paced. Everyone is moving so fast.
Amen.
I call this generation the microwave generation.
That's
Yeah.
right.
They don't
Yes,
want to wait
Lord.
for nothing.
Amen.
They want everything
Amen.
done yesterday.
Yes.
Amen.
And the younger they coming in,
Yes.
Mommy, I know my granddaughter, she say, Mama, could I have a peppermint? I said, yes, but I got to get it. Mama, are you getting it? I said, I'm going to get it. Mama, do you want me to get it for you? Didn't I tell you I was going to get it?
Yes.
But I believe it's in your pocketbook. One might be right over there. If you keep on going, you're not going to get it.
That's
Okay, Mama.
Yeah.
That'll stop it. And sometimes if I say no, she going to negotiate.
Yes.
I'm sending you to law school. She negotiate, but I tell her, I said no, and it ain't changing.
That's right.
So go sit down.
Amen.
See, they not used to that in
That's
this
right.
new school.
That's
No.
right.
New
That's
school,
right.
they gonna ask questions. They
Yes.
gonna
Yes. Yes. Yes.
ask my mother. She had 11 kids. You think I could do that? No,
No.
no way.
You better not.
People don't want to wait for anything. Patience has become a virtue of the past. And the Bible says, "In your patience possess your soul." And people are patient. What's happening with our souls? Wow. It seems as though we're afraid to slow down. Everything is just distraction. That's what it is. We have distractions on every hand. We find ourselves texting while driving. Distraction. Our phones have made its way to the dashboard so we can watch our favorite shows while attempting to be on the highway.
Yes.
Now that's scary to me, a TV on the front of the dashboard. I'm like, I'll tell people, let me out. I got destiny. I got something. I got purpose. I got something I want to complete. And I don't want to do it all broke up. Just let me out. 'Cause that's more important to you than getting where you going. Then you can't carry me in your car. Because what we bring is so important. What you bring personally. See, we often think other people is doing something great. But what did you bring here?
Yeah.
That's why I said that poem.
Yes.
Because I wanted you to think about why that God took the time to form you and shape you.
Yeah.
And he put something in you
Yes, he did.
for you to do. He didn't give it to your sister.
No.
Didn't give it to your brother. If you thought, and then you know what? Oftentimes we try to be like everybody else.
Sorry now.
We do. You know, teenagehood was good for that. But now in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and 50s, we're still trying to be somebody else because we're not pleased with who we are.
Amen.
And you never stop to think
Yeah.
that God did the design thing when he did you. He did you and broke the mold.
Amen.
Every one of us sitting here is a one of a kind.
Amen.
Now, you can be a carbon copy, 15 cents, 25 if it's colored.
Yeah.
Or you can be a one of a kind and be rare.
Yes.
God says you're rare.
Nice.
I didn't say it. He said it.
Amen.
And we go out of our way to try to make ourselves carbon copies. Or how about this? Sometimes the church will go out of its way to make carbon copies.
Amen.
We're afraid of individuals. Jesus ain't never been afraid of individuals.
No.
Matter of fact, he met them one-on-one.
One-on-one.
He wasn't afraid of talking to that woman at the well.
Yes.
He wasn't afraid to let that woman wash his feet.
Amen.
Jesus wasn't afraid of it. He wasn't afraid of Zacchaeus, big tax man. Everybody don't want to approach him. They're scared of him. And he wasn't afraid. He said, come on down out that tree. I see you. He didn't even think he would be noticed. He didn't even think he was on God's radar. He going to sneak and see because he wanted to see so bad. But he didn't want nobody to see him see.
See, that's it.
And then the
That's
first
it.
thing Jesus says is, come on down that tree, Zacchaeus. I not only see you, but I knew you were coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew you were.
He knew we was coming today.
Yeah.
He knew when he was speaking to me, he knew we were coming.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lord.
And when he know we coming for him, he coming for us.
Yes.
Matter of fact, it was his idea.
Yes, it was.
You thought it was yours.
Yeah.
But he has that thing that he put in you. And then sometimes people try to tell us, okay, well, young people say, your day. Every day you're alive is your day.
Yes.
Mother, it's your day right now.
Yes.
What do you mean that was back in your day? Meaning you ended my day while I'm still alive? What?
Right.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you still wet behind the ears, but you ended my day.
Yes.
I done made it to this age that you trying to get to. You might need me.
Yeah.
And you talking about that was back in my day.
Yeah.
My children tell you, I tell them I'm in my day right now.
That's right.
And when I'm 100, I'm still going to be in my day. 110, I'm still going to be in my day. And then when my breath is gone, I'm going to be in my day for real, for eternity. Forever. What? So let's just say it's going to be my day forever.
Amen.
Leave it like that. Let them come at you. Give them that back. Give them that back. I'll put you in a day.
That's great.
God didn't put me in a day. You're going to put me in a day.
Yeah.
Don't let people put you in boxes.
That's it. That's it.
Distractions
Amen.
will put you in
Yes.
boxes.
Yes, it will.
Distraction will make you follow the crowd.
Yes, it will.
Amen.
Distraction will make you feel forced to do what everybody else is doing.
Amen.
That's the way that everybody else do it.
Yes, yes.
You get in the area. I'm a poet. Now I'm gonna tell you this on myself. I'm gonna let I love my Greg, but I told Greg. Cause the Lord gave me a rap song. 56 rap.
Go ahead.
But I told him, I said it ain't nothing but poetry.
That's all it is.
I said we had poetry, we had spoken word,
That's right.
we had Danny, y'all come with this little rap.
Yeah.
Look, and it'll take another form in a few more days, and it'll still be word, put the music
That's
on
right.
rhythm.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Amen.
I told him, I said I'm a poet and I know it, gonna show it, I won't blow it. He looked at me and said, Mom, he said, you can't be no 50-year-old rap artist, Mom, please. Now, those of y'all that know my Greg, of all people, he gonna say that.
Come on.
He go for shock value. But he gonna, I look at him like, I'm your mother.
Yeah.
Where you got it from?
Exactly.
But he gonna try to put me in the box. But I thank the Lord, I do what I do because if I'm in a room of teenagers, then I will rap.
Go ahead.
Because if what I'm saying, if I can get it in their head,
Yes.
I will come out of my box and out of my shell. Because he said, my word does not go out void, it
No, it
accomplishes
doesn't.
what I sent it to do. Now think about all that stuff that they are getting in their heads.
Yes.
All the negativity about women and sex and drugs and alcohol.
Yes.
Come on.
Now think about what I can get in their head.
Yes.
That's right.
I had one, I said, will you react to what you've been sent or will you act with intent? Are you a victim or a victor? You choose. I told him, I said, that's what we used to do. It's still working.
Oh my God.
But what I wanted them to see, it was when people press your buttons, then get in your personal space, cause your temperature to rise, and you want to move in haste. When people ride your back and then get in your face, and you want to use your hands to put them in their place, will you react to what you've been sent, or will you act with intent? Are you a victim or a victor? You choose. That's what I wanted in their head. Listen,
When do we sign around?
make sure you tell Greg about that. I wanted them
He probably
to know
looking.
that you don't have to react, but when you act, you have made a decision to do something.
Yes.
Nobody pushed your button and then, I shot him and now I'm in jail. He pushed me and now I'm pregnant. I saw the money in the cashier and he said we could go shopping later and now I'm in jail.
Yes.
You don't let anybody push you into nothing.
Amen.
You sit back and make a wise decision with the Lord.
Yes.
And then you act on purpose.
Yes.
With intent. It's intentional. See, it's one thing when you can do a thing. But it's another thing when you can do it on intention. That's a bad boy and woman, okay? When you can do it on intention. And that's why it's so important that we grab hold and know what God called us to. And own it.
Yes.
and study your skill, whatever he gave you.
Yes.
Own it so
Yes.
till if it gotta come out, it come. See, that stuff come out of me like a teenager will pull it out.
Yes, it is.
It'll pull out. I'll sit and I'll say, oh, and I'll throw the poem. It just whatever way come, and there's so many of them in there.
Yeah.
They just come.
Yeah.
But I'm acting on intention.
Yes.
I had someone from HBO. One of my nieces worked for them. She said, Aunt Val, can you find me a song? Because they're doing a special series on people from Philadelphia that have worked in the trenches, moved back to the neighborhoods and fighting it out like we be doing all the time, y'all. And she's doing the first one, and they said, well, it's so powerful, we think we want it to be a series. So she asked me, could I think of a song? I said, I'll write you one. I can get somebody else's song.
Yes.
Now, there was a time I couldn't say that because I didn't have that confidence.
There you go.
But I'm just about finished the song.
All right.
They gave it to me
Yes.
called Flying Against the Wind.
Uh-oh.
And they talk about going towards what other people run from.
Yeah.
They working in the neighborhood, y'all. You know what it's like. And see, I understood the whole heart of it because that's what I've done my whole life.
Yes.
Worked in the neighborhood, worked in the
Yes.
trenches, went
That's-
to the drug addict houses, the rehab.
Come
That's
on.
what I did. That's where I cut my teeth.
Yes. Yes.
We out there with the Lord.
Yes.
My babies were babies on the street.
Yes, they will.
They was helping lift the heavy chairs.
Yes.
I love them because they stuck it out with us and they still in ministry today. And they love it. You can't stop them from getting to God's house. You can't stop them from doing His work. And they heart melt if they see somebody out there need something.
Yes.
They got something. They don't even know how not to do it. That's where they cut their teeth.
That's it.
So I understood the heart of that person because that's still who I'm trying to be.
That's cool. Yes.
And He brought me here today to you. I'm coming from Luke 10:38 to 42, and I'm just about finished.
That's so great.
But He brought me here today to talk to you about the danger of distraction because it is so important to Him that you get your purpose fulfilled. And no, it is not too late.
No.
If you are still here, your purpose ain't over.
No. Ooh.
You see Mother sitting there?
Yes.
She got a purpose, right? She's blessing me right now
I
just
know.
looking at her.
Yes.
I look at you and I think of my mom.
Yes.
But more than that, I think of all that it takes to be you.
Yes.
I think of what you must have seen and did and lived through and suffered through and the pains and the hurts, the ups and the downs, the going around and the roller coaster ride. And yet it didn't take her out of here. She's still here. She still got her smile. Look at that. Beautiful. 19. What? I want that to rub off on me. Look at her sitting there. She could tell us a story. She got a few stories in her. And see, I honor and I respect that.
Yes, I do.
Because I ain't where you are.
Not yet.
I'm trying to get there. I want you to help me.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I know you got it.
Amen.
You know what I need.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord.
That's what I've
Thank
been
you.
praying for decades.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
We don't know that. You know, we value the wrong people.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
You valuing somebody because they got dollars?
What?
Look at some of these people now that got dollars and how much sense they got.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
And you got your mama and your grandmamas
Yes.
and their aunts and uncles around you that got good sense
Yes.
in God, and you rushing past them to see these other folks.
2 cents.
That's supposed to be something because they got $3 and 50
Come on,
cents.
Foolish.
Yes.
Foolish.
Yes.
And instead of us loving on the ones that have loved on us,
My
that have
God.
served us, that fed us, clothed us,
Yes.
babysitted us,
Say
took
it all.
our mess,
Say it all.
cleaned up our mess.
Say all of it. Say all of it.
We're going to take $1 million over them, and we're not giving her. Let's her.
Yes. Right. Yes. Yes. My God.
It's time for us to get this thing right.
Yes.
All these distractions, because you caught up in the fanfare and the fame. And such is coming to town. Such and such. Michael Jackson coming to town.
Yeah.
Your mama in town every day.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you,
What
Lord.
about your father? Your mother? What about your
Every
big
day.
brother?
Yes.
Yes.
Every day.
Honor them every time you get a chance.
Yes, every day.
I got a baby sister right now. They just put her back in the hospital. Kidney. She got a new kidney, and they said some infection. She was just in the hospital for 7 weeks, in intensive care for 6, on life support.
My God.
We prayed out of that hospital.
Yes,
She was
Lord.
so, I haven't been able to catch her since she got out. She
Glory. I see that.
And last night they put her in there last night. I said, we coming back to get you out.
There you go. Yes. You can't.
I go to the hospital with the intention of getting you out.
Yes.
Don't we? And they get out.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord.
Diligently.
I called them, I said, listen,
Thank you.
I'm coming, but I'm coming to get you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, you ain't got no business in there.
Come
No.
on.
No.
Come on.
No.
Can't keep a good girl there.
Come on
Can't
now.
keep a good guy there. Not when we realize our God is a healer.
Yes, He is.
And healing is the children's bread.
Children's bread. It belongs to us.
He told that person that did not know him, should I give to you what is for my children?
Yes.
We are his children.
Yes.
He took a beating, so why are we?
That's right.
You can't have one for both of us.
Yeah.
Now, if he took it, I ain't paying you no more.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
They looked at me. I told them, I said, I'm not keeping this. They said, what? What do you mean not keep? I'm not keeping it. And then they watch how God blesses me, and they be like, how'd you do that? They know about my God.
Amen.
Yes.
Then it's an opportunity to be a witness.
Yes, it is. It's her.
Yes.
I have people right now waiting for me in Pittsburgh and North Carolina and South Carolina. They're waiting for me to come with my book and give the testimony of how God healed me from being
Amen.
terminal.
I know that's
Amen.
right.
And I have hospitals and clinics that want me to come and speak to cancer
Look at
patients,
you.
and speak to people that are terminal. They said they may not have your disease, but they just need to see you and hear from
Yes.
you. And I said,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. And the doctor called. He said, when is she coming? This one from Philly, my mother doctor. See, you can meet them
Right.
when God moved for you.
That's right.
You can meet them right on their terms.
Yes.
Amen.
They didn't know how to heal me.
No,
They know
not.
they didn't do it.
Yes.
I was 72 pounds.
Oh my God.
I had a mohawk when it wasn't in, y'all.
I know that's
That wasn't no. My face was fat from the prednisone. My body was skinny. 72 pounds. Went from 103 to 72 pounds in less than 3 months.
my God.
Death on wheels. And they was pumping 40 medications in my body in a day. And they pumped so much that I almost lost my mind. I almost lost my mind, and I started hearing voices and seeing rats and seeing I wouldn't eat, wouldn't do anything. They had to send for my mother. They said, come and bring your clothes. She had to leave 10 children home. They said, come and bring your clothes. She's not talking, but if she does not talk, her heart is not going to last.
My God.
And they got the bright idea, maybe we should lower the medicine.
Yeah.
See, they were using me as a guinea pig because they said she's gone. So let's try the medication if we can help somebody after her.
Yes. Yes.
I said, I got news for them. God wasn't through with me.
Yeah.
They was going, take me on out of here, but learn something on me.
Yes.
And God said, you can learn something, but you ain't taking her nowhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then my mind started coming back. My mother had to taste it before I would eat it. I wouldn't eat nothing. And my mind started coming back. God didn't have to give me back my mind.
Thank you, Lord.
I have a good, strong mind today.
Thank you, Lord.
That medicine should have destroyed my mind.
Yes, Lord.
The sickness was destroying my body, and the medicine should have took the mind. And I stand here today with the mind and the body.
Yes. Yes.
48 years later,
Amen.
they can't even take you can't explain me medical. I make no sense. If I am existing, then God exists.
That's right.
If He don't exist, I am not here.
That's right.
That's the only way you can explain me.
That's the only way.
And God wants you to know this. I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to sit down. Because He's done so much, it's really dangerous. This.
Thank you, Lord.
Taught Martha and Mary. She never got to read it, but if you let me paraphrase. It's in Luke 10:38 to 42. And Jesus comes to town. He had visited Martha and Mary and Lazarus often. You could tell that was a spotty visit because they knew how to take care of Jesus, and they're in the home. And when somebody like Jesus comes, you getting ready to food, you getting everything ready.
Yeah.
Martha was in her thing, getting it
Yeah.
ready. Mary was helping her until Jesus got there. When Jesus got there, Mary knew it was time for lunch break. And Mary sat down at His feet, And she had made my mind, I ain't moving till he finished.
Yes.
Because he got something that I'm going to need.
Yeah.
Martha was like, we got to get this for Jesus. We got to get Jesus that. We got to serve him. You got his favorite juice. You got this. And she missing. She not hearing because she taking care of Jesus.
Yes.
But she not taking care of what Jesus wants her to take care of.
Yes.
See, anybody can serve his food. But he was trying to serve her.
Yes.
And she thought she was supposed to be serving him.
Uh-huh.
And so she made a complaint. You could tell she was close to Jesus because she said, Jesus, it's not fair that Mary not helping me. Why don't you tell her to help me now? She's talking to Jesus like this. So she, you know how sometimes we make comment what we shouldn't?
Yeah.
She telling Jesus, the big sister, she telling Jesus what to do. And he looked at her. He said, and he knew her. He said, Martha, you know, you worried about a whole lot of stuff. You busy, you moving around, you getting it done. I appreciate what you're doing. He said, but Mary has chosen the needful thing. She chose the right thing. When we get distracted and get in a frenzy, we don't make good choices.
Amen.
We now not just working one job, we working 2, 3, and 4.
Yes, God.
Or 3 jobs in school, and the
Yes.
kids and the husband.
Yes.
And we got all women in this room right now.
Yes.
Women, we doing more than anybody.
Yes.
Nowadays I hear women saying, and they not gay, I need a wife.
Yeah.
Because you're expected to be outside of the home working,
Yes.
and you might get home after him.
Yeah.
But when you come, he come in, he can sit in the chair. Now, I didn't work today. And when you come in, you running to take your stuff off. You might change to something comfortable. Depending how late it is, or if you got church that night, you rush into the kitchen, go wash your hands, and now you get ready to cook and serve. And then when that's over, now you going to the service, especially if you're a first lady, to serve some more.
It's never ending, man.
And then when service is over, you know, you got to put things in their
Yes.
respective place.
Yeah.
And then you going back home, and the kids got homework. You got to get their clothes out for tomorrow. You got to get your clothes out. You got to get his clothes out. And then you go to lay down, and you say, honey,
What?
where is the coming from? Now, maybe if you do the dishes while I'm doing the kids' homework, we can meet up. But what we do, sadly to say sometimes in church, we beat up on those women
Yeah.
and say, now you are not supposed to have a roller in your head. Your makeup should be on. Everything should be tight and right. And she said, when am I gonna rest? She said, somebody stop the world. I want to get off.
Yeah.
We have sisters crashing and burning right in our midst, and we don't even know it.
Amen.
Why don't I know you're in pain?
My God.
Why can't I see you? Why can't I hear you? Heart to heart, breast to breast, you're my sister.
Yeah.
And I can come back and find out you committed suicide
Right.
this week
Jesus.
because it got too bad, but you felt like you couldn't say it. Because then you would look like you was weak. You would look like you wasn't saved. You would look like you wasn't all that. I can't admit it to you. I've been serving around for 20 years.
Amen.
I don't have no food in my refrigerator because my husband lost his job and I'm laid off. And I don't have no food and you got a freezer full and I'm too ashamed to tell you I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Come on.
What is up with that?
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Whatever happened to if I got chicken, you got chicken.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. That's
Hot
right.
dog, you got a hot dog.
Come on.
Listen.
I got 2 potatoes, you got one and I got one.
You got a potato.
I got potatoes, you got sausage, we got potato and sausage. Come on. Woo, better together.
Yes, Lord.
Better together.
Yes.
One a child, 1,000, 2 10,000.
Yes.
Better. And when you come together, God look like He give you more.
Yes.
Enough.
Yes.
We gotta learn how to do this thing.
Yeah.
He can't beat us when we together, y'all.
Come
No. Yes.
But we got people dying around us.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, that hurts my heart.
Jesus.
It hurts. Because I was dying.
Yes.
sinking.
Yes.
Right in the face of people that said they love me.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Let me work myself to death.
Watch me.
Watch.
And wouldn't stop me. And said, why don't I keep working?
Watch.
Watch.
And come on and finish yourself off for me.
Amen.
And it was
Amen.
always about them and never about them.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Love has a definition. I don't care what you say.
Yes, it
Love
does.
suffers long and is kind. Thinketh no evil. Love vaunteth not itself. Love has a definition.
Yes, it
Yes.
does.
Love gives.
Yes, it does.
Love helps. Love lifts. Love encourages.
Glory to God.
Love has a definition.
Amen.
People calling love what ain't.
That's right.
Being
That's right.
self-serving is not love.
No.
You thinking you got to put me down to lift you up.
Come
This
on,
is the
that's not
relationship with women.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Black women.
Yes, what happened?
Us. With us.
Yes.
Yes, we should love all of our sisters, but we got to get it right on this level first.
Amen.
Woo.
Amen.
If I hate you, that's self-hatred.
Come on.
Yes.
I'm hating myself.
That's what you
Come on.
That's what it is. Something in me ain't right.
Amen.
And I'm hating on it and I'm hurting you because you
Come
me
on.
and I'm you.
Jesus.
In God's house, we got to treat each other better.
Amen.
Sis, if I know, I ain't going to let you die around me.
Come on.
I love you.
Love you.
Amen.
For real.
I don't have to know your name, but
Thank
I know
you.
that you are
That's
a
right.
sister. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yes.
This room is full of my sisters. I feel
Amen.
like I'm with people. And this already, I know it's my sisters,
Yeah.
but I feel like I'm with people I've been around. Mom, I didn't adopted you.
Yeah.
I hope you take another daughter.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, she got to meet my mom. Boy, you two are something, guy. My mom is a firecracker. They said,
Really?
oh my goodness, praying lady.
Yes, Lord.
She said, I got 4 watches every day. She's serious about her prayer.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you,
Praise Him.
we gotta love each other. He said, this is the only way they're gonna know you're my disciple.
Amen.
By your love. And I know this message was kind of crazy.
That one wasn't.
There's so much in me, and I love you. I feel your love, so it's pulling at me.
Yes.
And I feel hungry people here, like that
Yes.
that want His word. And when it's like that, it's hard when it's in there like that. I didn't mean to stand so long.
That's all right.
But I love you, and I don't want not one of you to go under. Not on my watch.
Jesus.
Not Pastor Tate. Not on my watch.
Thank you, Jesus.
You got a sister.
Amen.
It ain't happening on my. I don't like the enemy.
My God.
You won't mess with mine. You done lost your mind.
Amen. Amen.
I tell him, be afraid. Be very afraid.
Come on.
God is with us.
Amen.
He look at us. He see God.
Yes, He does.
See, we think He all up on us. He see God.
Yeah.
He know who He can do and what He can do and how far He can go.
Amen.
He can't go no further than God will allow him, as bad as it seems.
Yeah.
He can't go no further. God is not going to take you under. God is lifting you up.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
See, He sees where you're going. You don't see it right now. You don't even see yourself that way.
Amen.
But man, He got a glimpse on you because He formed you.
Yes.
He shaped
Yes.
you. And He ordered your footsteps.
Yes.
And He
Thank you, Lord.
prepared for you. Even when you thought you didn't deserve it, you
Yes,
said, no,
Lord.
He not looking at me. He looking at my pretty sister.
Come on.
He looking at the girl down the street. He looking at her. He looking at him. I ain't nobody. God don't make nobodies.
Come on.
Everybody is somebody.
Somebody.
Especially when they step into who He called them to be.
Yes.
When you
Hallelujah,
fulfill the
Lord.
purpose He gave you, you somebody.
Yes.
And He did it like this. He said, all souls are mine.
Oh.
The soul that sins shall die, but they all belong. He owning you even in your sin. And I have to say this, the Israelites, when they were in the wilderness, because of their disobedience,
Yes.
He clothed them.
Yes, He did.
Their shoes didn't wax old. Their clothes didn't wax old. They didn't get sick. None feeble amongst them. He fed them every day.
Every day.
While they were, I'm going to say it, while they were disobedient.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Uh-huh.
Because they were His.
That's right.
So if you were praying and saying, God, I need this. Help me to get this house. Help me to get this. I need this. And you're obedient. And you still wondering if He going to give it to you.
Come on.
And then disobedient see it, Israelites
Yeah.
walking around in the wilderness,
Come on.
took everything he gave them.
Amen.
Now they died because of their disobedience, all but two, Joshua and Caleb.
Yeah.
All but two. I like to think I'm the Joshua and Caleb.
All right.
I was the end of the end of the older group, beginning of the young group. I stayed here, so I'm getting the rewards of both.
My God.
Thank you, Lord.
But you got to understand, this is the Old Testament when he was opening up the ground, y'all.
Yes.
This is the Old Testament when those children got killed by she-bears, y'all. He took care of them. He never bases taking care of them
Thank you, Lord.
on their obedience. Did you notice that? How? He taking care of me, and I know I've been disobedient. Yeah, I'm just going to uncover myself.
That's it.
Amen.
Because as hard as I try to be perfect, I keep messing up.
Amen.
Yes.
But I love the verse that says, he remembers
He
that
remembers.
we are dust.
Yes, he remembers.
That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he said, when I started forming you, I made you from dirt. I know the capabilities of dirt. I know just about what dirt will do, what it won't do. I know your capabilities, what you will lean towards, what you won't. Come on. But you're mine.
That's right.
I own you.
Yes.
I love you.
Yes.
I have prepared for you.
Yes.
I've left you an inheritance.
Yes.
I see your greatness.
Yes.
When I look at you, I see who you're supposed to be.
Yes.
That's why I'm telling you, keep on coming. Don't give up. Come
Hallelujah.
on. Do you throw your children away when they can't, when they trying to walk and they fall one time?
That's right.
You say, get on up. You
Yeah,
put a cookie
right.
up there, put a carrot up there. Come on. And if he get up and take a step, yay! And he done fell back down. You done fell again. You like,
Yes.
come on, get back up, baby. That's your. He said, I'm a better father than you.
That's right.
I am the father.
Glory.
So if you're telling your child to get back up, you still gave that baby his bottle. He couldn't walk.
That's
Yes,
right.
He couldn't talk. You still
Yes,
clothed him.
yes.
But when he couldn't do it, you did it for him.
Yes, Lord.
He said, "Cracker." He want a cracker. Give him a cracker. Ilk. He wants some milk. Give him some milk.
Yes.
You translated for him.
Yes,
You learned languages you didn't know. Because that was your child. You was inspired by love.
Yeah.
God feels that way about us.
Amen.
He says you're the apple of my eye.
Thank you.
Ooh, you gotta think about yourself in the light of God.
Yes.
So you can smile.
Yes.
So you can feel good. And I'm gonna end with this. I had one night, I had awful pain in my shoulder. I couldn't even sleep. It had been happening for almost a year, but it just got excruciating. Didn't know what it was. And the doctor said, you got arthritis in your shoulder. I'm like, I'm not trying to hear that. But it hurt so bad. And I went to lay down. And I just read the scripture talking about how much God loves me.
Yes.
And I'm the apple of his eye.
Yes.
And I felt so good about him loving me.
Yes, Lord.
I felt the need to ask him. I said, I don't think you want me in this pain. Because you love me.
Yes.
And I'm your child and I'm aching and you already took a whipping for this. I said, God, I want you to heal me tonight, and when I wake up, I want it gone. About 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up. Now, it was amazing because I wasn't sleeping during the night. So I said I woke up, y'all. That meant I went to sleep. And when I realized I was awake, instinctively I went to feel all the pain.
Thank you.
They were getting ready to start injections in my arm. I went back to tell them I don't need no injections. The pain left because I realized how much he loved me, and I embraced his healing, and he did it right away.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes, his.
Sometimes the thing that is broken is our perception of him
Amen.
and how he sees us.
Thank you, Lord.
And if we get that right, we will start embracing everything.
That's it.
And they will see the you that God knew you were. They will see a powerful, confident, blessed, anointed sister. Because see, this room is full, y'all.
Uh-huh.
There's some power in this room.
Yes, Lord.
I hear you.
I felt it when I came in the door, and then more power came in.
Yeah.
Enemy don't want no parts in this room right now, y'all.
No, we don't.
Amen.
You better get out of here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
God is ours. I want us to stand. I just want to pray
Yes.
for each of my sisters.